Well, hello there, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you hail from. I reside in Southern California, and this is the Rich Buddy Live Show, where we do a few different things here, but today this is the show about luxury wristwatches, talking watches. I'm your host, Rich Buddy, and let me get the banner off my face. And this is my humble little studio. Thank you for joining. And today I've invited several guests, and we haven't done this for a while. We haven't talked about wristwatches for a while because of all the craziness going on in the world. So thank you for joining. And if you are not into luxury wristwatches, this isn't exactly going to be your thing. But you never know. This might be a new hobby for you. So regardless, welcome. And if you tuned in for news coverage or riot coverage or anything like that, that may come later on this evening. So give us a thumbs up. I suppose if I see a few hundred thumbs up, then maybe I'll want to do one of those news stream live coverage, live riot streams, debate about the whole Floyd incident. I kind of want to do a whole Floyd news debate thing, even if I have some guests on. That'd be kind of cool. All right. Without further delay, welcome to the show. Have a cigarette with me. Enjoy a cup of tea or coffee or a glass of water. And wristwatch check. I got my Patek Philippe 5196 on. Beautiful in color. Beautiful in rose gold. And we've got a couple of guests in the back studio. Looks like we got Blueshirt Buddah. I'm a little tired, by the way. That's why you guys haven't been seeing the watch streams. Blueshirt Buddah, and I think we have Clive the Watch Wrangler. Here we go. Welcome, gentlemen. How are you?
No, I was just talking to Haines, a Star Wars story. Would you like him to come on?
Oh, I'd love for him to come on. He's a great chap. Sure, send him a link.
Let's just kind of.
I like the guy. He's one of my favorite Cardinals on the broadcast over there, without a doubt.
I sent him the link.
Okay.
How goes it?
Very good, man. I gotta tell you. Hey, hi, Blueshirt. I think your audio is going out now. I can hear you. How are you? Bruce?
I'm good. How are you, Rancher?
Good. We actually had some unrest here in the flyover states.
Did you?
I saw some news footage of people getting run over by a truck.
Well, that happens. That's Oklahoma. That happens every fucking day here, son.
Oh, we've got Don in the back. Welcome, Don. I'm going to throw you on right now, Don.
What's up, buddy? I thought I'd introduce myself laying down like I did in the
Yeah, you're like usual. We're used to that. It's all good. Hey, nice to finally have you on. Thank you for joining.
It puts the lotion in the basket, or it gets the meatloaf again.
I
Hey,
got my
Don.
own place now.
You know, when Archie got me to share the protest there in downtown Huntington Beach, and I walked over there, holy smoke. I must have been out of my mind doing that walking back.
You were,
we were
Rich.
thinking the exact same goddamn thing.
Yeah.
I've been, and I don't even remember what day that was. I've been in bed ever since. So anyway, a couple of more days, I'll be able to recover from that walk.
No, I actually went and filed a couple of entry appearances at the courthouse. I was talking about it. Thank God they've got everything all blocked off. So getting there just was quite the parking. So
what are you guys all sporting today? I'm wearing my 5196 Patek Philippe, which I don't wear too often.
I got my man on the moon.
Man on the moon for Blueshirt. What is that, Don?
The Timex Ironman Triathlon.
Nice, dude.
Sweet. I work out in this.
The Timex Ironman Triathlon. You know what? I couldn't think of a better watch to protest in than that one. Without a doubt. I would have said G-Shock would be the perfect watch, but you just topped it off. And then Blueshirt, you've got the Man on the Moon. Which one? Just like the modern sapphire crystal see-through case? No.
No. I have the professional, the 1861 Hesselite, big box.
Cool.
Regular Speedy.
I miss my Speedy. I sold mine, but I really love my Zenith Elite with an El Primero movement. It's freaking gorgeous.
Nice. And what's Clive the Wrangler?
I miss saying already. Well, I was wearing the the Datejust 41.
Nice.
Romans. But considering all the stuff that's going on, I figured I think I'll stick to all the really good stuff securely away in the safe, just in case.
Oh, you never know. They could hit the safe deposit boxes.
Well, then it's the bank's freaking problem, not mine. That's why banks are insured.
Are deposit boxes insured?
No.
How do they know what's in it?
Yeah, they're not.
They're not insured. They're not FDI insured. There's nothing. They're not even fireproof. They're not flood-proof. It's one of the things that we let the clients know. I used to be a banker in my past.
Yeah, I would have thought the opposite, Clivers. I would have thought that if there's a riot expected in my area, the first thing I would do is go run to the bank and get all my watches out. But I don't know. Ooh, what is that? Zenith?
Yeah, Zenith Elite with an El Primero movement.
Very nice. Very nice. Are you really selling the 50 Fathoms, Don?
Oh, yeah.
And you getting a root beer?
Yep.
Nice.
On the list.
Dun, 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 dun.
Selling the 50 Fathoms and getting a root beer. Whoa, I would have never even expected that. You were so high on that 50 Fathoms when you picked it up. It was like his grail, wasn't it? His grail, Blueshirt?
Yeah.
It's like when you meet your hero, shit starts going wrong. The biggest problem isn't the watch. It's the I couldn't get a strap. Well, not a strap. I mean, I couldn't get a bracelet for it.
Really?
Because it was such a limited production. You see, the blue 50 Fathoms that I had a guilloche dial in a different case than the standard production model.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
So the lugs on my watch were shorter, so the regular 50 Fathoms bracelet doesn't fit. They only had one bracelet left in the world, and it was like in Switzerland, and they couldn't find it.
Get out of here.
So I'm like, you know what? I got all this freaking money tied up in this thing. I can't get it the way I want. I can't get it to fit the way I want. And the sailcloth strap, I got a long strap, was either too big or too small for me. You know what I mean? Because the distance between the little holes was too large. And I'm like, this is starting to piss me off. And the crown, what happens is I have to wear it too loose. Because I have to wear it too loose, the crown would dig into my skin, and the crown is really sharp on the 50 Fathoms. I would get this little red mark on my hand. It was annoying as shit.
Wow,
and
that
you don't
sucks.
know any of this stuff when you try it on the first time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what's not sharp on a 50 Fathoms?
What?
The owner.
But you fell in love with the root beer?
I did. Listen, I loved my GMT, but I didn't like the plainness of the black on black, and I always vowed I would get another GMT anyway, and told everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You never should have sold the black, black.
He was in lust for the Blanc Pain. He was in watch lust.
I'm with him.
Give me.
That plainness of the black. I'm with you. I'm lost with that one too. It doesn't appeal to me.
It was like a sea of black.
No, actually, the thing is though, it's like an Antifa. Sorry. Anyway, but the 50 fathom. I mean, not sorry. The black at the espresso is great if you've got one sports model.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got one Rolex, hey, that's probably the one to get, or it was the one to get.
Right.
But it doesn't. Kind of like Archie Luxury.
I didn't have one Rolex. I had another one, and I was. It's like the GMT black on black was good if that was the only watch you got in your collection, not just your only Rolex. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
And if you don't have anything
Hello,
else,
is this microphone working?
Yeah, we hear you.
But when you start getting more refined into different things, you're going to be like, this is boring. And they came out with the new movement, so I wanted to get a new movement. And basically, when they came out with the new movement model, it was the Pepsi that came out, which was untouchable. And then they came out with the Batgirl, which I liked. It was okay, but it wasn't that great. And then the prices of GMT started going down on the steel models, and I knew that was going to happen.
Right.
I mean, the company makes 17 million watches a year, guys. If you buy the steel watch, it's a bubble. So once the steel one started going down, I pounced and said, okay, I'm going to get on a list on the root beer because new movement, it's a prettier, better watch than the steel ones anyway. I can dress it up, I can dress it down. But it's the first time Rolex used rose gold on a two-tone GMT. It's the first time Rolex uses a brown and black dial on a GMT. This is unprecedented territory.
Yeah.
And they're not as hot. They're easier to get than the steel models. And I'm like, this is a no-brainer.
And it's gorgeous. So how can you lose?
And it's also freaking gorgeous.
Yeah.
So you got to buck your head against the trend. And that's kind of what happened with a lot of the more expensive Rolexes is the one that wasn't the hottest at the time eventually will become the hottest watch anyway. And it's something you can wear all the time. And it's just, okay, this is a no-brainer. I'll get that one. So I'm selling the Blancpain. I'm selling my dad's stupid bullshit Corum quartz all gold abomination from like the late 1980s, early 1990s that nobody wants. And I had some jewelry that I wanted to get rid of. So it's only going to cost me maybe $2.5 to $3.5 to $4,000 to get a.
Now you're also selling. Your father has a really thick, massive gold chain, right?
It wasn't thick. It was a very long, thin, 22 karat gold chain. It was like down like to my belly button. And my dad was 6'2".
So, Don, was your father? Was he an Arab?
He bought it in the United Arab Emirates.
Oh, okay.
So
That's
like, okay.
Well, it's an excellent choice, Don. The root beer is freaking gorgeous. Yeah. So I'm just surprised that you're selling the Blancpain. That blue guilloche dial is just killer.
Yeah, I'm very surprised.
Yeah, but it's kind of like owning a sports car, though. From an exotic, shit breaks. Like the date broke, I had to get that fixed. The click spring on the bezel broke, and that's a pain in the ass to get fixed. Right. You got to be really careful with the sapphire bezel because it can not scratch, but it can shatter. And when that thing, if you drop that thing, oh my god, it's like a $2,000 oops.
Wow. Yeah, but they're using Don's uvula as a punching bag. From the fact
it's kind of like there's a lot of people that buy a Ferrari and they love it for a couple of years and they get the fuck out of it.
Okay, but Don, they're using your uvula as a punching bag, but from the back side. That's how deeply you're getting fisted.
Hey Don, what did you say your dad's watch is that you were going to get rid of?
A Corum, $20 quartz.
I agree with Zane. You should keep that watch. It's an
I
heirloom.
can't. No, and I'll tell you why. The movement in the watch, they cannot get parts for ever again. It's discontinued. So ETA doesn't make that movement anymore.
Mhm.
And it's still running because we had it serviced 5 years ago. So there's no problems with it. And I got to get out of it before it's only worth the gold value in it. And plus, I didn't have the best relationship with my dad. He did a lot of things that really pissed me off the past couple of years because he got sick and didn't have any of his affairs in order. It's a long story, and Clyde knows it a little bit better. But I don't want to have anything, any of his shit that I can just get rid of and get something that I actually want. I don't have that sentimental attachment to it.
Yeah, that's
Actually,
fair
I
enough.
gotcha.
Every day I call Don up and I talk to him. My mother's not living. My mother's not living.
Underachieving watch collector says I was lucky and got my root beer 1 week before Christmas, before the price hike.
Nice.
And also,
Congratulations.
Don also forgot the most important part. Selling the watch really pissed off his mother.
She doesn't know yet.
Hmm.
The root
We're
beer
not letting her
GMT
know
will
that.
be a short wait. Zane's opinion on that. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I turned one away for a Daytona a year ago, but I think that's the watch of all the newest watches. That one's been the easiest for people to pick up lately. We heard a few people picking them up over the last few
Mhm.
months, right?
Mhm.
Well, think about it. Rolex is making money on it, so they're going to have production. You know what I mean? Unlike the steel models, they don't make anything on the steel models.
Yeah, and it's one of their higher priced watches too, so they might as well make the extra few bucks off a couple of two-tone editions.
Right.
Yeah, Rolex wants
But
to
that
make
one-
money.
That one actually is different. That one's actually different from the steel models, where it's like, okay. And I think that's one of the reasons why people like it, though.
Exactly.
You know, what about Jeb's suggestion? Do you don't like the Batman or a Pepsi?
No, and no.
You want to go
Nice.
two-tone? What's with
No.
the two-tone? It attracts you, this one? Really like it?
Well, the root
Yeah.
beer, though, I think it attracts certain collectors with the refined sense of style and taste.
Listen,
Then again, Don likes it too.
I'm also looking at a 1981 Submariner as well. I'm trying to get sourced for me through another dealer. So it'll be my birth year watch as well.
I like that idea.
What's the
So-
reference number?
What's it? 16? What the fuck is it?
16800,
Yeah, 16800.
or is it the 168000?
No, I'll tell you in a second. It's loading. 16800.
Okay.
What's up, McKenzie?
Now,
It was
what's
the
nice
first
about
time to
McKenzie.
put a sapphire crystal in a Submariner. It was the first one that went 300 meters, and it was the first time they put a quick date set in that run.
But okay, now I think I'll have to look at. He sent me a picture. Of course, he sends me several pictures. It's just like, every morning I wake up, and of course the Cardinal chat. There's like 65 new conversations. RC Luxury 240. Let's see how many iMessages did Don send me? Oh, 36. Clyde, look at this watch. Clyde, look at this watch.
Well, Clyde, you got your knowledge from watches from the Archie Luxury channel. We have to start,
Now here's what I also like about Don's. Okay, it's an earlier reference, and as we know, the 16800. I'm sure Don knows this, but I'll take it from here. I'll give you the night off. What I like about that is it's truly a transitional model. It's where they went from the 1680 to the 16610. So the earlier editions, like the one that Don looks at, it has like a four digit looks and five digit wearability.
Mhm.
Naked loom. God damn, I love naked loom. No gold surrounds, no nothing. Just plops of loom on the dial. The way God and Hans Wilsdorf intended.
Yeah,
Nice.
It looks like a vintage watch, but has a lot of modern things like the sapphire crystal, better movement.
So it's best of both worlds.
Yeah, it's like.
And I think it's underappreciated, quite frankly.
It is, and it's not whacked out in price yet. They're still under $10,000. So
Not
in
bad.
like 5-10 years, they're going to be out to the $15,000 mark as soon as more people go in the watch collecting world. And the thing is that what's really cool about it is you can wear it all the time and not have to worry. Some of the older vintage watches you can't get fixed. This thing you can,
Mm-hmm.
Or in other words, put another way, it has 4-digit aesthetics and 5-digit wearability.
Yeah.
Now, also, Don sent a question. Don sent me a picture of Marlon Brando wearing the same watch. And I'm looking at the picture of Marlon Brando. I'm looking at Don, and
they look the same.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
The horror.
From Apocalypse Now.
I think the vintage sub would look really good on you, Don.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
And it would be a great watch that you could wear into the office, or if you ever need to meet a client with that watch. That's a perfect watch.
He's already got the Colonel Kurtz look going for him already. Now, are you going to pop the bezel off and wear it just like Marlon did, or not?
And put on like a cheap rubber strap? Yeah, no.
Yep.
And the dealer that I'm going through, he's going to find me like a good one, not just one that's beat the living piss out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and those they're pretty well priced too. What are they, about $9,000-$10,000 for one of those? Right.
And I can still get extra links for them. We can still get parts for them. It's like a sleeper,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking that I was also looking at like a Royal Oak, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck that.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay,
It's too expensive.
The Royal Oaks, yeah.
Too expensive. I've already done the let's buy the expensive thing and see what happens game. If you drop it, it's a $5,000 oops. You know what I mean?
And what does it really look like after you've worn it for 6 months or a year, as far as the scuffing on the bracelet?
Magnet. A Royal Oak is a scratch magnet. The brushing on it is done by hand. It's not machine. So everyone is unique, and to get it to match and to get it fixed is impossible. I mean, if you scratch the bezel, you have to replace the bezel, and the bezel on a Royal Oak is $3,000. Okay, for a steel bezel.
Yeah,
and
plus it's going to be $900 for your service, and you're at $3,900.
The one great thing about scratching a bezel is then you can wear it for a couple of years and not give a damn, and then service it. That's what I do if I scratch something.
Exactly, but I mean, when it's a $20,000 watch, there's other things you got to worry about, because the service on a $20,000 watch is the same as the service on a $200,000 watch. That's the way AP is.
Yeah, without a doubt.
None of the parts come with the service either. So the basic cost of Royal Oak service is $900. That's if you don't need any parts. You're going to need gears. You're going to need all kinds of shit. You're going to need like a new mainspring. You're going to need stuff done. And if you want to polish it, it's going to be another $800 to polish it. Okay.
Wow.
So you're at $1,600 before parts.
Now, Don, I was thinking about something. Inevitably, every time you come in a live stream, within 2 minutes, you're lying down. So the thought of you getting a sleeper watch does kind of make sense.
And the cool part is, if I get that old Submariner, it'll be pre-scratched for me, so I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Weekday Hustle from Australia says he didn't like the root beer when he tried it on. He was heartbroken that it didn't suit the color of his skin. You know.
I'm sorry if you're a white guy. I don't know.
McKenzie, I can't agree with you any less. I love the Royal Oak with the silver white dial, the one that you have in your avatar. I love that watch.
Yeah, that's a cool watch.
One of the things that scared me a little bit, though, is I've heard it before, and when Zane came on, he recently reaffirmed the fact that you wear that thing for 4 months, I think he said. You're going to be unhappy with the scuffs all over it, That scares me.
Well, it's not just the scuffs you have to worry. I don't care as much about that. It's mechanical fuckery that Audemars Piguet puts you through when you service the things. The only company that's worse than AP is FP Journe. Their basic service is $2,400.
Yikes!
Really?
But the hilarious part is that's on their simple watch. Their most expensive, like Tourbillon, it's like $3,600 or $3,800 to service that. So it's like it doesn't matter what you buy; it'll cost the same. That's why people don't understand. When you go to this high-end shit, you're not getting a $20,000 watch service. You're getting a $200,000 watch service.
Yeah.
You know, and it's the same if you buy a Patek Philippe. You know, an annual calendar is $3,500 to service versus, you know, Calatrava, which is like $1,600 to service. You know, the base price, what you see, and what you actually get charged are different.
Is that how much it's going to cost for me to service a simple watch one day?
Oh, yeah.
$1,600.
If you want to polish and you need parts, then yeah. If you don't want to polish, you can do it for $900.
$1,600 with the strap, though, right? With the new strap?
No, it's $500 for a new strap.
Oh, geez, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, it's a manual wind. I mean, how often do I really need to get this thing serviced on? What do you think?
What's it? A 5196?
5196 manual wind. Huh?
Patek does a 5-year service run.
Do you really think if I hardly wear it, hardly wear it though, right? Does it really need a 5-year service?
It depends. Does it have the newer glass stir balance wheel?
How old is the watch, Rich?
That's the newest. It's the newest 5196.
If it's the newest one, then yeah, you want to get it done every 5 years because that bitch is anally retentive. The way they set the timing, they pimp it out basically. And it's one of the most accurate freaking things you can buy. Their tolerances are -1 + 3. So you really shouldn't get that serviced every 5 years, even if you don't wear it much.
That's interesting. Good to know.
Yeah, because and I'll tell you the main reason why, and you're not going to like it. Patek parts are Patek has the highest quality in terms of their parts and how they put them together and how finitely engineered and perfectly put together they are. So it's kind of like a Formula One car, okay? You want to get it done every 5 years because once the oils start getting old, what's going to happen is you're going to start bending shit because Patek parts are also very thin. Okay, they're not robust watches. Like, I mean, a Rolex you can drop off of your table and hit the ground; it'll be fine. But a Patek Philippe, you're when the oils start getting crusty, you start bending gears. Okay, and that could lead to more expensive things later. Now, the actual cost on the service, if you do it every 5 years, it's only going to cost you $800 or $900. Another thing to let you know is Patek will only polish that case 4 times in its life. So I wouldn't have it polished the first service you do.
Right. No, definitely not. Always good to avoid a polish, especially on a fine edge watch. It has such fine edges on it.
I'm going to step away, guys, for a second. Pardon me.
Sure.
Yeah, no worries.
So my buddy has a Patek Philippe annual calendar.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he thought he knew everything. He waited like 10 years before he got that thing fixed. And it was so fucked up that after the service, they sent it back to him. He had to send it back again and wait another year to get it fixed because
Oh my God.
they couldn't even fix it.
Wow.
Okay. So another problem with the more complicated Pateks is sometimes you got to send it back again.
Rooted rotors.
Like Archie's World Time, right?
Yeah. Like I'm saying, they're the most, it's like a Formula One car you're buying. You're not buying a watch. You're buying a work of art and science. And there's no company that has tighter tolerances than Patek Philippe. So I wouldn't fuck around. I mean, for $800-900, just get it serviced and don't polish it. And then what I would do is get a strap that you like, that's custom made, and wear that because the Patek straps are $450 to $500 a pop.
Right. I can get a custom strap for $300.
Yeah,
or less.
Like,
$275 is what I paid from Aaron at Combat Straps for a beautiful strap. So
yeah, so I mean, it doesn't matter. And then what I would do is just buy a new one and put that away, a new Paddock strap.
Yeah,
and don't put it on a watch.
Aaron makes beautiful straps.
If you ever do resell it, you got the strap to go with it. You know.
Good idea. Good thinking.
Oh, keeping the original strap, he said? Is that what you're saying?
It doesn't matter if it's the original strap. Just buy a Paddock Philippe strap. The watch is still in production. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
My friend is a pretty big Paddock collector. He has a perpetual calendar chronograph. He's got a pink dial annual calendar. He had a white gold Nautilus.
Mm-hmm.
He got rid of that thing. So
I'm back.
He's got about 2 or 3 Jorns too. Now they're a pain in the ass.
Those I would definitely service when they recommend them, no matter what. But I can imagine if I had a Jorn, I'd be wearing it more frequently.
My buddy let his tourbillon go until it broke. It lasted 10 years. Okay.
Till it broke.
The thing is with FP Jorn, it's not as FP Jorn you service when they break. Okay. FP Jorn recommends service every 4 years because they break more.
Yeah, I bet. I can see that happening.
They're not as reliable as a Patek Philippe or even an AP. Okay.
I see.
And those have to go back all the way to Europe to get fixed, don't they?
No, they're going to Switzerland.
Yeah,
but they don't, because they don't make a lot of them. Service time for them is 3 weeks. I mean, 3 months, 3 months tops. The service time is less than half of what it is on Paddock.
Yeah,
a Paddock service is 6 months to 15 months usually, depending on the complication and where it's got to go.
Oh, Mr. Perpetual, thank you. I guess. Did you try both? Yeah, I think I do like the Rubber Bees better than the Everest. Mr. Perpetual says Rubber Bee are better than the Everest, like I've been touting for the last year, because I've had one of each.
Right.
But
yeah, I'm not a big fan of Everest straps. None of them fit me because I have gorilla wrists, and they don't make long sizes.
God, I'm in love with their straps. The Rubber Bee strap for the Daytona is just to die for. It's unbelievable.
Nice.
I got 2 straps from them. I got 2 straps. I've got the Hulk in the Tang as well, with the green. You know, I love that strap.
Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank wears his Daytona on a bright red Rubber Bee strap. It looks pretty good.
Oh yeah, I don't know about the whole bright red thing, but yeah, I know. So I'm definitely a fan of Rubber Bee, and they make the Rubber Bee for the deployant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Daytona.
That's really sharp.
It is sharp. It's heck.
Yeah, that's cool.
But for the Hulk, you have to get it in the Tang. And I got to be honest with the Tang watches, especially when you're dealing with a heavy Rolex, you got to be careful not to drop your watch. You better do it over a table or a desk. You know, I've dropped this once and it fell right on my shoe, right flat on my shoe. I was like, oh my God, thank God. Thank God it fell right on my shoe.
When you talk about chain buckles, you know what I think of, right?
The Vintenier.
No. Tang. Tang is you stick tan and Ving together. It spells Tang.
Right.
Tang. North America's favorite biracial same-sex couple.
What is wrong with you, Clyde?
No, I think the vintage sub would really suit you.
Sure.
Yeah.
Especially
I don't
since
really have like any tool watches, you know what I mean? I usually have like my Zenith on a nice crocodile strap. I've got my 2-tone Oyster Perpetual. I'm going to get my 2-tone root beer. I also
No,
have
actually-
long jeans, 1945 dress watch. It's gorgeous that I put on.
Do you know what's unusual about John two-tone oyster perpetual?
What's that?
It's a vintage OP that's 36.
Yep. It was a different time back then. It was the year 2000. I was also 19 when I got it. You know,
Now,
back then it was different sizing, you know.
And what color's the dial on it? Blue?
Blue, yeah.
Oh, you suck.
That's one of the great thing about the Rolex brand. You can get away with wearing their 36s.
Yeah. I'm going to send you a picture of it, Clyde, that I took the other day.
Actually, you can send it to Rit, and he'll put it up on the channel.
That's
do
an
I do
even
that?
better idea.
Okay, send it to me, and then I'll send it to Rich.
You can share it on your screen. It'd be easier.
Uh,
I have a hard time with the email thing when people send it to me right away.
How do I do that?
Click
He
on
probably
share
doesn't have my
screen.
email. So if he sends it to you, you can share it.
I have a hard time with the. Okay, I'm going to try it.
So I'm tapping on the screen, chat, video. I just turned my video off.
Yeah, Orange Hand, I took it to my watchmaker, you know.
Good idea, Rich.
Yeah, because I had two. I had the Rolex, I had the Hulk and the Daytona, so two of them. Plus, I think I was fudging around with the Omega at the same time, and he did something there, or it was the Aaron rubber B strap I got at the same time. So he did three at the same time for me. So yeah,
Good deal.
and it's not that often you have to visit your watchmaker. So go throw him a few bucks, and you know it's good to support him by giving him
Exactly.
money once in a while.
Especially these days.
Yeah.
Yes, I see. I understand.
Did you get the picture, Clyde?
Yes, I did. It's a lovely watch.
Yeah, it's kind of a neat little trademark that he did for himself there, Paul. He wears red rubber B straps on all of his watches, that Mr. Wonderful guy. And he even had AP custom make his 1159 with a red strap. He's got a piece unique red strap, not a piece unique watch, but the red strap is an AP unique strap, red.
Yeah. That is pretty cool. It must be nice to be God and have that kind of money. Yes, I got my PK make my straps bespoke for me.
Well, he definitely pushes the brand quite a bit. So
Well,
the advertising in a way.
We can't all be Duty Robson, you know?
True.
Taha Chip says Don looks like a poor man's Lex Luthor.
Good one, Chip.
Poor man's Lex Luthor.
Oh, I think you're right, McKenzie. Is that true? Do you know? He says Jorn uses specialized screws that can only be opened there at their factory.
Yeah, they're a pain in the ass. Owning his FP Jordan is not fun. It's the easiest way to describe it.
If another watchmaker tries to open up that case back, it's going to come back looking like it was opened by a 2-bit watchmaker.
It depends. No, I mean, most watchmakers can make the tools for it, but they're going to charge you. You might as well just send it to the people that know what they're doing.
I wonder if GovBerg services them there or if they send them out.
They send them out.
Oh, well, if they send them out, then that's obviously the right thing to do.
Yeah, because I know GovBerg very well. They send them out. Certain things they can't do. That's one of them. You know, but GovBerg's service is hit or miss, from what I heard. Like I knew a guy that had a Breitling that got serviced by them. They jacked it all up, and it was one with a 750 piece of shit ETA movement.
Wow.
Wow, they messed that up. Wow.
Yep. So I wouldn't get service at GovBerg.
Don, what are you doing? And
I'm getting water.
oh.
Wasn't urinating.
Hey, that's my thing.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
That's funny.
So yes,
I'm gonna have to get some water here too in a second.
So this is a really odd time for the watch market, isn't it? You've got the watch supply being hindered by a pandemic, and employment situation and lack of demand, and then all of a sudden now you have another variable thrown in there. Nobody's interested in watches at the moment. Everything is all.
It's not true. So what's going on is domestically, there's nothing coming in from Asia, particularly Hong Kong and China.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the last couple of months, one thing did come in from Asia, John. I want to point that out.
What do you mean?
Well, we definitely received something from Asia in the last couple of months.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's not like it was. The gray market has significantly reduced because there's no dealers dumping onto them. Okay. So what's going down? The higher end market is actually up. It's the lower end stuff that's getting killed. Rich people are buying. People that aren't rich are not. So let's just say watches like FP Journe are hot right now. Okay.
Well, yeah, it's like Roger Smith. Roger Smith has got a backlog of people that have paid him 6 figures on watches, and he's got a backlog of like 3 years. He's not,
Yeah, Roger Smith, Laurent Ferrier, a freaking Richard Mille. They're on fire.
Yeah, there's plenty of people on those wait lists to satisfy, even if half of people drop off and give up their spot.
Yep.
The list is satisfied, yeah.
My new Grail watch, I think, would be a Richard Mille. I think they're amazing. But, I'm not spending $350,000 on one.
So, a watch like this, then, is probably even harder than ever, even more than last year right now to get.
If you want to spend 20 G's, yeah. But if you want to spend retail, no, you ain't getting it. There's nothing coming in.
You'll spend 20 instead of 23 or 24 like last year.
Yeah, last year they were a little bit more money. But like I said, there's steel, and Rolex is making a lot of steel watches. There's more supply than demand. And it is kind of still like a bubble. If you paid retail for it,
there's nothing wrong.
If you did not pay retail for it, you're a donkey. I hate to say it. I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend people. But I speak the truth.
A donkey, isn't it how you get into your apartment?
No.
Donkey.
Anyway. So, I don't think you should ever pay more for a watch than the MSRP unless it's something really special.
Yeah, I agree.
Agreed.
It's one of those
It's not a steel Daytona. If it's a Richard Mille or if it's like some kind of red letter, Submariner, then yeah, those are special watches. It's kind of like the Enzo era Ferraris. People don't understand that Ferrari only made like 1,000 cars for the first 20 years of its existence.
Right.
And now they make 4,000 cars a year. So they drop 1/3 in value every year. If Rolex is making 800,000 watches a year, they're not going to have the same mystique as they used to. That's why people should start looking into stuff that's a little bit more vintage or something that might have a little bit more intrinsic value that they don't make anymore.
Mm-hmm.
What do you now? Do you know about the Chronometra Blue? How they say there are 2 versions of the dial, 2 variations of the dial color. Do you know anything about that?
Hey, McKenzie.
Hi, McKenzie.
Yo.
Well, FP Journe makes that dial, and they may be gone to another supplier maybe to make it too.
No, I think the numerals, one is white and one is like a cream color.
Yeah. Well, the thing with FP Journe is it's such a small company. They're going to do whatever the hell they want. There's no rhyme or reason. You know what I mean? They might have just literally ran out of that color loom and went to the other one and said, all right, get me the other one.
I'm telling you, this pandemic thing is such a crock. It's ruined the. I was hoping to go to FP Journe again for another drink cocktail party, my wife and I. And what's the chances of them doing something like that again now?
0.0. Yeah. You can do a live stream.
Well,
it would have been great to go hang out there again and ask them that question. Hey, what's going on with the Chronometra Blue? And I did ask them about the production last time, but I didn't think to ask about the.
Maybe you go call your buddies at Huntington Beach.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you got the cheddar, it's a great company to go into, but I don't think they're investment grade right now.
You don't?
No.
I mean, definitely
Absolutely are.
that's been great pieces.
Absolutely.
I think.
Yeah, they're beautiful watches.
I mean, maybe not
They're
their.
not really. The dealers aren't like getting asked for them a lot, except for like the Chronometric Blue. They're not getting asked for the more complicated things. They're not getting asked for their Tourbillon. Their new Tourbillon is $280,000 or $200.
Oh, I totally agree with you on that. I totally agree with you on that. But I definitely, in my heart, I feel that that brand is a true sleeper, really true sleeper. You know, when you look at Richard Mille, and sure, it's high horology, but the pricing on them and I mean versus Jorn, his heart's in these watches.
Yeah,
I think they're priced appropriately. Actually, I don't think.
Plus, they only make 700 a year.
Right, exactly.
Well, look at the Daniels auction watches. None of them went like insanely priced. And he was the best watchmaker ever.
Yeah,
Roger Smith. People, the thing is, when you're
crazy, right?
too boutique-y, people don't care about it. It's like having a Pagani. Okay? How many people really want a Pagani? But there's a lot more people that really want a Ferrari. You know, even though that the Ferrari's not made as well as a Pagani.
That's why the Richard Milles are just crazy in their price.
Richard Mille's kind of in its own little weird. Richard Mille's more like Bugatti, okay? A Bugatti is still better than a Pagani. Just like a Richard Mille is still better overall than a Peugeot. I hate to say it. You know, because you can drop the damn thing, you can kick it, you can take it in the pool, you can set it on fire, you can play tennis with it, and it's still got
you can shove it up your ass, you can fly to Asia. Yeah,
it's crazy what that watch was built for. I mean,
and it's got like 27 million little complications. And then the fucked up part is AP makes that shit for them more reliable than the watch movements they make for themselves.
You forgot about pinching links.
you can even adjust the your activity on that watch. So
yeah,
that
you can adjust the wheel, the winding wheel, according to how active you are to wind it to yourself. I mean, he's a Formula One engineer. He's going to make the best shit. He's the Bugatti. That's the Bugatti Veyron of watches right now. And the Pagani, no one gives a shit about, and that's the FP Shore. And I hate to say it. They're great. They're beautiful. They're wonderful. They're works of art. But yeah, but no one gives a shit. It's the same with like Laurent Ferrier. That's a sleeper brand no one gives a fuck about, and they're so expensive.
That's
so
true.
expensive.
You got a point. You got a good point there, Don.
Oh.
Yeah, but what do you think about Rogers Debris?
No, that's a good
nemesis.
question. What do you really think about that brand? Honestly.
Your nemesis just got one, Don.
They're Roger Dubuis. Oh dear.
Kind of like Frank Mueller, no?
Brand that you have to marry.
Garbage.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the car equivalent of that. I guess Lotus.
I think of Frank Mueller when someone brings up Roger.
Yeah, exactly. I think of Frank Mueller. You know, somebody on crack or cocaine. There's a lot of weird shit like that. You know, like then there's like the weird like Beauvais. You know, that fucking shit brand.
But this Richard Mille is what looters, man.
Bill Sanders.
Exactly. My nemesis wears the Beauvais.
Mm-hmm. And he just bought a Roger Dubuis.
And he just he's a bargain hunter. That's why. He's the same. He bought a Vacheron Constantine from Jama Shop. Okay, this is how brilliant he is. I could have paid the same amount of money he paid at Jama Shop through my AD at the same price and gotten boxing papers and a warranty. This is what happens when somebody retires, has a ton of money, and buys a bunch of weird shit. What other wacky brands are there? Oh, Grubel Forsey. There you go. They're in high demand. And what are whack? Voodoo-Layin, I guess.
Oh yeah, and Blunt Pond. Oh, sorry.
Groenfeld.
Bulanen.
Vootlanen, yeah.
One of our viewers has one of those on order, Mr. Zane.
Oh God, I'm sorry. MBNF actually is doing okay.
What's your opinion on the Vootlanen there? Give him an opinion.
Ooh,
Here we go. Golden Baba
Bonanza.
is asking, what does the panel think of Lane watches? Laine.
What
I've
the
never
hell
heard
is
of
that?
it.
Yeah, I've never heard of him.
Squally.
Ooh, PG Nanza.
PG Nance.
Let me see if I can bring it up at least. What they look like here.
What's the weird watch that looks like a clown, like the Deepak Chopra watch, the Chopra Russian watch? What's that? That's pretty cool.
Chipak.
Yeah.
What the hell's it called?
Chapek. Yeah.
Chapek.
Yeah. I actually think it's kind of neat. If you're on some kind of drugs, that's the watch you want.
So when are you getting one?
As soon as I start doing methamphetamine, it'll be a perfect compliment.
PG says, why is this dude always in bed?
Okay, that's because Don basically has the physique of an infant, to where his big watch loving brain is too big for his slender neck.
My head's too big, that's why.
Exactly. That's also that's why your mother also calls you the vagina assassin.
It's my thing. It pisses people off, you know. It's my way of saying I'm so fucking knowledgeable. I can give a shit. I'm in bed. Fuck you.
Here's the Lane. Here's the Lane 1817 engraved and hand finished for under $5,000.
Wow,
Garbage.
that's something that I would never give to my children. I'll be like, Barry, eat the coffin. Better
Well, let's look at the movement. Don, look at the movement. Tell us what you think. Oh no, come on. You have to admit though that.
Yeah, let's get a expert's opinion, huh?
It's a Lamania-based movement, it's not even finished properly. It's like it looks like a Chinese knockoff of a Lamania movement. To be honest with you, it's basically the same base movement out of the Vacheron uses now, that Paddock used to use.
Yeah, the edge where the case meets the glass doesn't look very properly finished.
No, it's grimy. It's really grimy.
And the screws as well.
I mean, if I was in watchmaking school, I definitely wouldn't even give that in as my final project. Oh. Is this a Chinese knockoff of a Lamania, or is it actually a Lamania? That one's finished a little better. Column wheel looks different, though.
Now, Don, do you pay extra for hand finishing?
It depends. Depends if there's a happy ending.
There you go.
This one, Don, it says the Lane Classic Chronograph powered by a highly decorated restored Valjoux 22.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. The Valjoux 22 was eventually became the Lamania. It's a nice one. I mean, so you found basically an Abosh that you fucked up and called it a Lane, and then you don't charge as much money for it. I mean, that's kind of like what Habring did when they were taking those old Valjoux 750s and making higher end watches out of it. And then they came out with their own actual movement that they're making themselves, which is a lot more respectful. But no one buys them, and they don't have any resale value whatsoever.
Well, also, if you're gonna get one of those, it's vitally important. The person. Oh wait.
I mean, to be honest with you, you're better off buying a Breitling. You'll get a bigger discount, and you're getting a real in-house movement. And it's going to cost you the same.
Here's some of the finished watches.
Oh dear!
I completely lost my train of thought.
Are you laughing at my head?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Dun 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 dun.
All right. So, I showed a Dodane watch to Clyde today. It looked okay. I think they use a depleted module, and it's actually like a French watch that is actually supplied to the military and is made to military specs.
They made Type 20s as well, I believe.
Yeah, they did. They made Type 20s. It's a kind of a cool brand.
Well, yeah.
Spend a lot of money and get something that will last you a long time, and you don't give a flying fuck about resale value. It's a great company.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. And when you think about it, though, it's
I'm a little bit tiptoeing around when I recommend stuff like that. You know. What's this? Comments? Hey,
yes, yeah, we read the comments.
Yes.
I think England are opening up with the 15th. Okay. Don is peeing.
He's getting water.
That flew over Don's head. It's even more funny. I spent $350K on a watch. I want the bastard to have a fucking dial. I'm not a fan of RM costs of all the skeletons. Well, that guy must have some skeletons in his closet if he doesn't know what he's talking about there.
Ooh, Thomas Burnett Nanza.
Nice.
Dun, 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 dun.
Thomas, how are you, my friend?
How come you're super chatting instead of coming on? Don, thoughts on the Brigade Classic 5177 and 7147?
They're beautiful watches.
Shitter.
The problem is if you pay MSRP, you should get a CAT scan afterwards.
Definitely.
I mean, you can get those on heavy discounts. We're talking 30% off, 35% off, 40% off. Used or gray market, then fine. But if you buy that watch new, I'm going to come out of bed and find you and take you to the doctor's office. Okay, you're going to need to have some tests done.
Ahmad B, I love that watch. Love it. That's my grail. VC
absolutely
1942
gorgeous.
triple calendar. Love that watch.
They're gorgeous watches.
This is one of the brigades that I like, the 5177. Isn't this one of them?
Yep.
I
mean, it's got a decent FPGA movement in it. It's not going to be as accurate as a Rolex. It's not going to be as refined as a Patek. It's not going to have the cachet of the FP Journe. But if you want just something that's freaking nice, it's still made well, still has decent finishing. It's a great watch.
It's beautiful. It's classic.
And then there's this one, the other one he mentioned, which has the enamel dial. It looks like it, right? Or porcelain dial, or enamel dial.
I believe it's enamel.
Beautiful. Yeah. Very different sub-seconds where you can't even see the sub-dial hardly. It's just recessed slightly.
Yeah, it's a cool watch.
It is cool, huh?
And our Brigade makes some of the best dials in the business. Their enamel is breathtaking.
That'd be beautiful to have an enamel Brigade watch in the collection, and this would be a great one piece to have, without having to fork out big bucks.
Yeah. They're nice. I mean, I've had one on my wrist. They're sweet. But like I said, if you got to get it like at least 30% off before you start messing around.
Right. And then I guess they have different versions of this reference, yeah.
And the cool part is the coin on the case, the way they do their casework is just second to none.
Yeah, agreed.
Like there's companies that do better movements, but I don't think there's any companies that does a better case than Brigade. And I've seen them all.
And their dials are just amazing.
Yeah.
As we said. But that's a beautiful, beautiful dress watch.
But it's another company you got to marry if you buy it. You know.
Right.
Yep.
God, I love the one on the screen right here.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
I mean, you're gonna buy a watch because you wear it, you'll love it, and all that other bullshit. But eventually, you're gonna want to flip it, and you're like, "Oh shit! I got this Breguet that I spent 20 G's on, and it's worth 9 now."
Golden Baba doesn't like the offset small seconds.
Yeah, it's not everybody's cup of tea. To some people, it's annoying. I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's just the way they did it. They built the dial around the movement. You know what I mean? Instead of the movement around the dial. Because it's got like some kind of wacky, super thin shit going on in the background.
Huh.
That is like, you know. Don, does Craig Ship give Grand Seiko a bad name?
I like.
No.
Yeah, I like how it's offset because it makes it sits between the 5 and the 6 and you don't lose the part of the numeral.
What are you laughing at?
Going pretty good, Thomas. Going pretty good, my man. I did send you a link.
Don Haines or
if you can't, I you probably can't join, but I did send you a link.
Would you rather marry Don Haines or Breguet? Don's body was built around that forehead. Fuck off.
What else? Yeah, the Breguet, that's something I don't have yet. Have you ever considered one? Any of you guys on the panel ever considered a Breguet? Let's talk about Breguet.
I have.
Yes.
The Type 20 is definitely, eventually I'm going to own one. Eventually.
I say a Type 20, they are fantastic looking watches. You think they look nice in pictures?
They look even better in person.
Oh my God, yes.
They're nice.
Yeah.
The one I think, 7137.
I like the Type 21. I'm not going to lie. It's sweet.
Okay, yeah. I tried one on at Watch Time New York at Type 21. It's nice, but I think I want to have an original. I want to have a Type 20.
Like this here?
Yeah.
Something like this?
What's it like? Isn't that like 38 millimeters or something?
39.
39, yeah.
There he is. Welcome, my friend.
Thomas, how are you, buddy?
Hi, everyone.
Hey, Thomas.
You're right. Yeah.
Good to have you, man.
How are you all doing?
Good,
Good.
Thomas. Glad you made it.
Good stuff.
Now we're maxed out. 6
Uh,
guests, 6 people total.
Look at that. It's a beautiful watch. I wouldn't have the one with the date. I'd have the no date. Time on.
Type 20s now. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, the date is a little weird in that one.
No date.
Yeah, you've been lusting after one of these for a while, haven't you, Blueshirt?
I have. On a strap.
Yeah.
I get a guy near me was selling his really
For like 3, right?
yeah, something along.
Get out of here. That cheap?
No, seriously, yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
Really?
I
I
shit
do
you
have a
not.
Longines Big Eye,
Almost
which is their
jumped on it.
iteration of this.
Blue.
Okay, now Don
Yeah.
has a good point. Words I thought I'd never. No, okay, sorry. Don has a good point. Don, say it again.
The Longines Big Eye is an absolutely fantastic watch. It's very similar to style to this, but it's bigger. It's easier to live with. It's cheap to service. I mean, the service on that thing is like $280, and they were within COSC, even though they're not COSC certified.
Right.
Because Longines regulates their watches in 5 positions, and you get a watch that's like plus 3 seconds, 4 seconds a day, and you're spending like a couple grand instead of tens of thousands.
Look at that, man. Look at that. I mean, I like the Longines a lot, but
No, that's the original. I mean,
This
you
is
know.
Yeah.
a Breguet.
that's a Breguet.
Does I mean the new Breitling revival is a total
That,
copy
the
of
765,
that, isn't
yeah.
it?
That
Yeah,
Breguet,
it's a
the Breguet boutique in Las Vegas is amazing.
Is
Well,
it?
You get the Longines brown eye if you're not really ready for.
so I'm
It's more like the pre-gay.
I'm in the new Breitling revival. Sorry, there's a new Breitling revival. Is it the 1953?
Yeah, 765, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a nice one too,
That's
Thomas.
killer.
That's a total copy of this, but it's going really expensive. It's 7,000 or something, I think.
Like 8,600.
And you can get a Breguet for
three
the same
Breguets.
price.
The military specification contract, and all these fuckers came up with watches to meet the contract. Literally, it's like IWC did not invent the Flieger watch.
No, they didn't.
Fucking Goring invented the Flieger watch. Does everyone got that? For fuck's sake!
Got it. Yes, sir.
Rolex invented the GMT in a wristwatch, though.
Gallet invented the rotating bezel.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it was the president. It was just merely designed by the president.
Rich, you like the Type 20?
yeah, I think it's a good looking. Look at this one, appears beautiful.
Yeah.
On me, it wore too small. My wrists are too big. For some reason, it didn't work for my wrist size.
Okay. Well, Type 21's a little bigger.
Yep.
What's the size on this?
39 or something.
39 or something.
Yeah, the Type 20's 39.
And
Yeah.
I think the Type 21 is 42.
See, Don, I think you need to get like a 34 millimeter OP, and it would on your wrist. It would look like a charm bracelet.
I'll put my OP on it. It doesn't look bad. It wears big because I have a Dexter bracelet. I'll get it. I'm
No, you'd
putting the lights on.
You'd have to buy 14 extra links for it, but still.
Did you see the only watch Breguet did? For the
Yes,
Type
with the
20?
brown dial. Gorgeous.
Gosh, that's
man.
that was
amazing.
gorgeous.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Why don't they make that in normal production?
Exactly. You're
It
100%
sells for about
right.
20. It
Well,
sells
okay.
for about
Why
20
does
or
it-
30,000.
Rich, can you pull that one up?
Which one?
Yeah, it was the Breguet only
Breguet
watch.
Type 20. Yeah.
2019 only watch by Breguet.
A brown dial Type 20. Oh,
Type 20.
Gosh, that one's amazing.
stunning.
It was-
Absolutely
It
stunning.
was 20 in digits, not numerals. So
Twilight.
It's probably.
All right.
Type
Here's
20.
my Rolex.
Oh wait,
Oh, we got the dog trainer in the back. Man, this limit of 6 is a
Here.
bummer.
I'll get off so I can.
Do you
read
want me
it.
to drop off?
I think
No.
Don might volunteer.
No, it's okay.
Here you go. Here's the Rolex Oyster Perpetual. Can you see it?
Let me
Do
try.
you want me to drop off, Rich?
No, it's okay, Thomas. You don't have to do that, my man. We just begged you to come on.
This is the Rolex Oyster Perpetual 36 millimeter.
We'll be
that
on
bad.
for a little
Oh,
while, Mark.
nice.
We'll be on for a little while, Mark.
There you
Please
go.
join us when one of the
Sure.
chaps drops off.
You want me to drop off, Rich?
No, it's okay, please. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
Nice, Don. Very nice.
There you go. I
Yeah,
still wear
that's
it all the
good.
time.
How long you had that on?
20 years.
Wow.
Wow. Still
It's
looks
still-
good.
It's running at plus 4.5 seconds a day after 20 freaking years.
You
So-
can't
Watch
ask for
the
more than that.
misses.
Yep.
Was that your first nice watch then?
It was my first nice watch.
Yeah.
What were we looking
Nice.
at? The Breguet.
Yeah,
Breguet
You want me
only
to bring up
watch
the same watch? You said
2019 only watch.
it's a Breguet 20 though. Two.
right. No,
Yeah,
but
20 in digits, not
yeah,
Roman
20.
numerals.
Yeah, 20, not XX.
Oh.
It's a 2019 only watch.
This one here.
That's it.
Yeah, that's the one.
Brown dial
Brown
Type
dial.
20.
Oh wow, that's sharp.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
They should make that regular production.
They
What is
should.
this? What is
Yeah,
it?
if
When
they
was
did
this
this is 2019 for the only watch event. So they only made one of them.
made? Wow.
Oh, that's the
sold
one
for
they
I
offered.
think 30. I think it was $30,000.
Something like
I
that.
think.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
It is.
Well, I mean, Blanc Pod came out with something like that a year ago too, but it's not as nice as this.
Oh my god, I would get one of these. Absolutely.
Everybody would get one of
Absolutely.
these.
Yeah, it's like universally. Oh god,
with the onion crown.
I mean, with that,
Yeah.
that crown as well. That
Yeah, the huge onion crown.
Just-
I
don't understand why they can't make watches like
Something
this.
like that,
anymore.
yeah.
This is
Yeah.
me off.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
I didn't
Oh
know.
fuck!
Yeah, no
Okay,
wonder
good.
why all your companies are running out of money because you're not making good shit anymore. It looks like this, and it's not like really hard to do. You did it in the old days. You
Right.
can do it now.
That's why I think Breiling's
But
doing
this
it
is
right.
the
doing all
original
this
design that
reissues.
was. This is. Yeah, this
Well, the
is the
reason why
original
Breitland's
design that
doing
was
it
done
right
for the
is the new
French
CEO
Navy.
is from IWC, and he actually knows what he's doing, unlike the other idiots that were running the company the past 25 years.
Right.
I mean, they almost ran the company into the ground. I mean, they were making dog shit for the past 20 years.
Wow, that's amazing.
Let's destroy the brand. I think they were the first to do the limited edition shit before Omega jumped on that bandwagon and screwed themselves up.
What an amazing watch that is.
That's
Oh,
beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah, well, there's only going to be one of them, and some guy
Yeah.
from like
Isn't it
Dubai
gorgeous?
has it right now. You know, the Sultan of Brunei bought it, and like he's the only one that's ever going to play with it.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah, I would say this is my favorite watch that I've seen of theirs, actually.
No,
Oh,
is that
easy.
a Breguet or a Breitling?
Super gay.
Nice.
They made one and auctioned it off for like 30 grand.
Well, isn't Breguet still a Swatch group?
Yep. Breguet
Well,
and Blancpain use the same movements, by the way. With the exception of the 50 Fathoms, it's the only one with its own bespoke movement.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so all of the Blancpain stupid dress watches that no one wants are Breguet freaking FPGA movements with uglier dials
Really?
and shittier cases. They cost the same.
The Blancpain Air Command's amazing.
Yeah, that is cool.
That is a cool watch. And the Air Command
Yeah,
is the
the Air
same
Command
movement
is a
as the
really
Type
nice
20.
watch. I think it's gorgeous.
So is this the watch they
Is
were
that right?
coming out with?
That's the original.
The original? This is the one
It's
they were
kind
copying?
of like it's like the reissue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that was a good point, Don, about the Longines Big Ike. That it is a cool watch.
Cool watch for the money. What's
Yeah.
it cost? Like $3 grand, $3,500 or something.
That one also
No,
has
there were like 1,700 on Joma Shop.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, come on, you can't beat it. And it's regulated in 5 positions. It's better than buying some Steinhardt. Although I do like the 39 millimeter Steinhardt Rolex knockoffs. They look pretty cool.
You're dead to me.
Yeah, it's
Why
a good
am I
looking
dead?
watch. You know, if someone was to ask what's a great entry level dress chronograph, this wouldn't be this would be a
Seems
great
big
one.
on you.
A great one, right?
There's no date on it.
sure.
It's got beautiful styling. It's got a
Yep.
great movement.
Agreed.
It's got a column wheel, for Christ's sake. That watch has a column wheel. You're getting a good movement. You're getting 5 position regulations. You're getting a decent brand. They just do it right.
Interesting.
Robert Padilla, Tom Austin, good to see you guys. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? What's up, Chip?
Good to see you all.
Smoke Eater.
I mean, if they took out the stupid 12-hour indicator, it would be perfect, but they couldn't because they have to figure out a way to fuck it up because it's a Longines compared to the You know what I mean?
But for the money, it's a nice watch.
Oh, absolutely. And it's so legible.
Yep.
It's 42 millimeters. It's a modern size. And what's it got? What's the water resistance? 50 feet or something, or 50 meters?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Doc,
probably.
buy one and tell us.
Or you can go on their website and look.
I think it'd be more interesting if you bought one and tried it out.
The problem is I'm trying to buy 2 other Rolexes at the moment. I mean, I'm not made of money, you know.
Yeah, it's like us all. None of us are.
Yep, that's
I
for
mean,
sure.
I'm selling 2 watches. I'm getting 2 watches. I'm selling jewelry and gold and shit. There's other stuff coming in from insurance. I'm doing all kinds of shit right now.
Do you know what else Don is not made of? Hair.
Glad you made it home safe, Robert.
Do you think if you bought the Barracuda version of the Blancpain that you would have been happy with that, Don?
No, like I said, I had problems with my watch because I couldn't get the strap that I thought I could get. I mean, the bracelet. And then the click spring broke. The date broke. It got serviced like twice. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Barracuda is cool. I tried that on at Watch Time, the 40 millimeter 50 fathoms. It's beautiful. Beautiful watch.
Yeah, I love that
Oh,
one.
they're all
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Really, really nice.
What other cool brand is there?
Squale.
I'm not a big fan of the Vacheron Constantine Overseas, and everybody's going gaga over that right now.
Well, you got to admit, Don, it's a good value prop. You
Oh
get
my God.
you get a beautiful watch, you get a beautiful bracelet with a leather strap and a rubber strap and a deployant.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong.
You're getting an ugly dial, too. I mean, the chronograph actually does look good.
The chrono is awesome looking.
Is Anna sitting beside
Chrono looks
you?
better.
Whenever I see here value prop, I think of Tristan from Leo and Ferris.
Yeah, I think the silver white dial Overseas chronograph is a good looking watch.
Look at that 50 fathoms. Beautiful.
Actually,
the Barracuda is a gorgeous watch.
Barracuda is cool.
Oh,
I was thinking about this. You know who's
that
actually
watch was not out when I bought mine. Keep in mind, I bought mine like 2.5 years ago. 2 years ago.
Right. And there's only 500 pieces of this.
They only made 400 pieces of mine.
It's 40 millimeters as well, isn't
but
it?
people want this one.
Well, the problem with the 50 fathoms, the 45 millimeter size did alienate 80% of the possible customers that would buy the watch, But when you have gorilla wrist, it's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, Don, you realize that Gorilla watches don't even try to go after the Gorilla market, right?
Well, you mean the 47 millimeter Breitling Navi timer wasn't successful? What the hell were they thinking when they made that? I know.
But that's the great thing about the Barracuda. It's 40 millimeters, isn't it? So.
Oh, I know. I can tell you what they're thinking. They're thinking Don's totally going to buy this one. We'll sell it to him for 20% off.
Hey, it was a great watch. It was my first super horology piece.
It's a nice watch, no doubt.
It's a gorgeous watch, Don.
And Rolex came out with something that I actually wanted, which they haven't done in the past few years.
I just think you caught the B-Bar fever. That's why you bought the watch.
I bought it because I didn't want to spend money on a Royal Oak, and I bought that instead. Because it was between that or a Royal Oak. I said, you know what? I'll get this. It's cheaper.
Yeah,
that was a good idea.
Considering that turned out for you, about the only thing in horology I can think of that's the worst value is maybe an Archie Luxury paid watch review.
Well, some of his Pateks he bought are pretty grimy too. But he did get them at massive discounts on consignment. So from Brisbane Watch Co, fuckers. Brisbane Watch Co.
Well, guys, we've been going quite a while, like almost an hour and a half. What do you think we call
All
it?
right, time for bed.
Call it a call it an end. It's like dinner time for me. 7:30 over here.
No worries. Thanks for coming on, Rich.
Right.
Yeah, no, thank you guys for
Yes,
joining. This was a
good one.
good little session here. Watch talk for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Righty.
Dun,
In
dun,
a
dun, dun,
couple more days, we'll do this again.
dun, dun.
Cool. Yes, Rich, you got the best jingle.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, right on.
It's a jingly jingle.
Cool.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks for coming on, Don. It was nice chatting with you.
Yeah, good to talk to you, Don.
Yeah, nice meeting you, gentlemen. Have a fantastic
Nice
day.
listening.
Legendary
Yeah.
day. Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot, Rich.
Okay. All right,
Cheers,
guys.
Cheers, Donnie.
Cheers. Thank you for joining,
ya.
Billy, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you guys in the chat
Stay
for giving
safe,
us some watch
everyone.
talk.
All right, bye, guys.
Okay.
Take care.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Thank you guys. Sorry, got to jet off to grab some dinner, but it was good talking about watches again. So thank you very much. I'll throw the jingle up and we'll see you sooner than later. All right, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.